Today's video is brought to you by my never-ending love of dogs. Please let me pet them, they're so good. Hey Internet, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the Becoming Puck series. There should be a link somewhere to the rest of the series. I'll figure it out in editing. I am still a bit new here to the YouTube game. If you're an old friend, welcome back. Here's hoping you like this week's video. It's another relaxing day for Emily, hanging out with doggos again. Hello. I have been listening to recordings of Puck monologues, as I can sometimes be a bit of an audio learner. For certain things, I'm definitely visual, but for memorizing lines, I try to use a combination of both visual and then recording. So I found a couple recordings on YouTube of the specific monologue I was working on this morning, but they were both either super dramatized or musical for some reason. Hello. Yes, I know. I can't throw it if you don't give me the thing. So I just recorded myself speaking the lines out while I was reading them, and then have been listening to that, which, yes, it's a little weird listening to your own voice, but it is better than nothing. So yeah, it's been a really nice couple days, not having to factor in the old day job, and not having to stress about worrying that I am not enough for Puck. I've been in a better headspace about that the last few days. I don't know, Puck feels, as I've been breaking down the lines, more approachable. It feels less like this overwhelming mountain that I have to climb, and it's like someone showed me the paths instead. The paths over the mountain. That made more sense in my head, but I'd like to think y'all get the idea. Sorry that my camera works a bit spinny. I am playing tug of war with one hand, and a doggo is on the other end, and she is very determined. You are so determined. You are filled with determination. Something that I don't understand is just why the hell sunscreen is so important if protecting our skin from the sun is as necessary as it is, especially living in a place that gets a lot of sun and it's summer. I've needed sunscreen pretty much every day the last few weeks, especially when I'm out doing more dog walking as opposed to my day job. I've gone through a spray bottle in like a week and a half tops, and they're not cheap. I'm just frustrated and getting mildly sunburnt because I ran out mid-walk. Yay! For as relaxed as this beginning of the week has been, it's also been, been a bit stressful in that I feel like there are a lot of important things on my plate and I'm struggling to find a way to get them all done in a timely manner. I have some film reviews due that I partnered with a film festival, so I'm helping review certain projects, and I need to get those in because those were due last week, but I got an extension, all that good stuff. I was still recovering from that bug when they were due, and luckily the production manager is really kind, and I've been working with them for a couple years now, so he was really understanding. So I need to do that. I need to send some important emails. I need to edit the vlog that's before this because I am behind. I need to walk a few more dogs. I need to prep for an audition that I have, audition that I have on Saturday and pick my audition material. And then I also have a dog walk right after this one, and I have therapy, and I have date night. And it's all good stuff, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, but Mama's a little stressed. Yellow car. Get to see two of my favorite doggos today, and then we have another blocking rehearsal tonight, which will be interesting. I think we're doing Act 2, but I need to recheck the schedule as I don't remember. Also, I broke out this shirt finally. I had been saving it to wear when I finally find a gym to go to, but honestly that's not one of my top priorities right now in life, and if I just keep waiting to wear it for a special occasion, I'll never get to wear it, I figured, so. And then maybe it'll inspire me to lift weights after, I don't know. Also just depends on how much time I have, because I have to walk to each location, and they're pretty far apart, and then shower and get ready for rehearsal. So we will see how that goes. The street is loud, but we are walking up to the theater. It is or at least my first time of getting to see where we will be working for the show.
She shall pursue it with the soul of love.
A lot of the Puck monologues are gonna come later in terms of rehearsing, as a lot of my monologues are entwined with stuff happening to the lovers or the actors, so we're gonna fill me in as we go. Something to keep in mind for Puck that I kind of already had in my head, but I was reminded of tonight. For all you Pucks out there, remember to keep your emotions fluid. We're fantastical and magical and can't be pinned down for the most part by any one thing being a creature save for the king. So we want to keep things light and airy and fluid in our emotions. If you, like me, are doubled up playing one of the many side characters, I'm also playing Philostrate, then I suggest having those body languages be different from each other. So for Philostrate, I'll be playing it very stiff, very formal, not a hair out of place kind of guy. And then there's Puck, who is Puck, which will make for a really cool contrast between the two characters. I wanted to talk this week about confidence in yourself as Puck, or whatever character you might be playing, and feeling right for the role under the stress you're under. Being a major player in a Shakespeare show can and will be stressful. The more they talk, the more you have to memorize, the more you have to get down, the more movements you need to have in your head, the more characters you'll interact with, and it can be a lot. God knows I've been overwhelmed. Some of the vlogging clips you'll have seen already before this are me lightly expressing that I'm anxious, both with the show and with everything else revolving around the show. My life and your life as an actor is not just the show and then eat, sleep, repeat. We're people. We have work or school or extracurriculars or side jobs or other jobs and everything on top of it, and it's really easy to feel overwhelmed. And that's not me saying this to discourage any of you who are thinking about going into a play or a Shakespeare play. Please do it. It's so much fun. You will have a great time on that stage. I am loving this show. The people I'm putting this show on with are hilarious and talented and so passionate about what they're doing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. But if you're gonna do a show in general, but especially a Shakespeare show, you need to, in whatever way is best for you, break down your scheduling and your life in such a way as you can make time for yourself. What I have today, actually no, scratch that. We're using yesterday as an example. What I had yesterday, as you'll see in a future vlog, because I'm filming this late, yesterday was, okay, wake up at 8:30, spend half an hour 45, since I don't have work immediately, lazing around in bed, checking my phone, waking up for the day, answering any immediate emails that need to be answered, replying to any text messages that have come through the night, just checking social media. That's done. Get out of bed, make my bed, make myself some breakfast. I have half an hour to look at my lines. I then had to leave. I had a doctor's appointment. After that got done about 11:30, 11:45. I was near a mall, so I walked around looking for costume pieces. Granted, I ended up at a Target and got some Halloween decorations, but I spent a combination of that period after the doctor's appointment searching for something for the show, which made me feel like I was being productive, and also doing things that made me happy. Looking at cute decorations, seeing if there was anything I could afford that would make my house feel more ready for the holidays. I also ended up getting just some stuff I needed for the house anyway. I went home. I then had about an hour and a half during which I looked at my lines a bit more. I answered a bunch of emails. I cleaned up my kitchen because it was looking frightening. I laid down for a bit because I was really tired. Got some coffee from across the street as I knew I was going to have a very long shift that night. That was one day, and that's not every day for me, and as someone who works in service, every day is different. But when your life is feeling more overwhelming in terms of the amount of stuff you gotta do, sometimes that means you're gonna need to start scheduling more intensely, or make yourself a to-do list and put down the things you want to get done. And if you don't get done with them all in a day, that sucks, but you'll live. Sometimes having that list written out for you where you can see it helps you, and at least helps me, keep almost track of the things, yes, but makes it seem less overwhelming. It's not the weight of the world, it's, okay, I need to do these 5 things. It's just 5 things. Yes, they're big, but it's just 5 things. And yes, I'm aware, this is not gonna magically cure your anxiety, as it doesn't magically cure mine. But sometimes we have to do little things that make ourselves feel better. They're not gonna fix everything. You're not gonna magically be de-stressed by making a to-do list. I have no delusions of grandeur in these advice. But when it comes to not getting so overwhelmed, one step at a time. And don't be afraid to give yourself some you time. If you're feeling burnt out, and you know you probably should look at your lines, review some blocking, but you just got off work, you just got done with school, that jerk from math class or the department next door was being awful, and you're just tired, watch a half-an-hour show on YouTube. Watch something you really like on Netflix. Give yourself some time to just be. That's something my therapist has been encouraging me to do, is just don't beat yourself up for needing peaceful time. Thanks you guys for watching. As always, hit like, hit subscribe, smash that bell so you get notifications when I post new videos. And thank you again for watching. Bye!